let's make lemonade. Okay. Let's go to work.
That's the signal. Go, 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 go. It's beautiful. Mother Nature just pissed her pants, dude.
Wake up and hit the ground running. It's The Rush, presented by Willis Auto, with Travis Justice and Ross Peterson bringing you raw, unfiltered, and unapologetic talk about sports, life, and everything else that matters. No filtered, no fluff, just The Rush.
The weekend is here. Welcome to the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive and Willis Volvo Cars. Huge savings on the two remaining 2025 Volvo EX90s with discounts up to $20,000. If you're listening on the audio stream at therushradio.com, the Rush Radio Android app, or the TuneIn app, thank you so much for dialing us in this morning. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give this video a like. Leave your comments in the comment section, and you can always call the show at 515-517-2303. Follow us on our social media channels. Good morning, Ross Peterson. Are you ready to take on the day? Are you ready to take on the weekend?
Ready to do something?
You're ready to do something?
Yeah, this kind of gives. It's been a weird week for me, as you know, because, well, I'll blame you.
Oh, Blake, because I threw you off by not knowing what day it was?
Yeah, several times. Several times you threw me off. And and you're basically my calendar. You're the only thing in my life that can tell me what day it is. And so when you threw me off, a couple of times this week, and so yeah, I blame you. But this is sure Friday sounds good. Sign me up. Fridays are always fun.
And you know what's funny? I cannot believe that I messed the day up twice this week because on my show sheet, my branded show sheet, I write the day every day. I write
look at that
what
guy.
day it is.
Look at that guy.
Yeah. Here's today's show, folks. That's today's show.
That's it. There it is. Now they just saw it all. They just saw the magic behind the curtain.
If you could really read my chicken scratches, we've got a bunch of nothing, which is fine. Going to the weekend, having a bunch of nothing is good. Now, you and I are going to spend some time together today. You're going to get more Travis time than you probably want. Probably going to get more time than you want.
Yeah. You're going to come over. There's a little bit of a lag here. Sorry. There's you're coming over. We're going to swing the sticks a little bit still at Des Moines Golf and Country Club.
Yeah, so we're going to golf Des Moines Golf and Country Club. We want to thank our listener, Chad, who works at Des Moines Golf and Country Club, who, gets like those guest passes, right? And we knew originally we were scheduled to come over and do the Swarm event. That's been canceled. That's been consolidated into two events on June 11th and 12th in Cedar Rapids and Davenport. But I also had a business meeting already lined up, so I'm like, okay, I can take care of the business in the morning, and then we go swing the sticks in the afternoon. So that's what we're going to do. I've never golfed Des Moines Golf and Country Club. Have you ever golfed Des Moines Golf and Country Club?
Yeah,
a couple times. Look at you. Look at you. So you're going to be able to tell me, hey, this is a dogleg right. This is you want to lay up here, avoid the sand, 150 yards down the fairway.
First of all, you don't hit the ball that far.
I hit the ball 150 yards.
So what I'm going to say to you is, hey, what's it say on the cart? What's it say on the cart? Because my gut says, see how the fairway goes up there and then goes that way? I bet if you hit it up there by where the fairway turns, I bet when we get up there, there's going to be another separate area. And it'll be mowed even smaller, and there will be a flag in the middle of it.
Wow!
And that's go that way really fast.
See, you've taken the fun out of the sport because you just look at the rangefinder that's on the cart, and it tells you what to do, and it's kind of like the electronic bowling or electronic scoring in bowling.
I'm the rangefinder guy. I've taken the fun out of the sport.
That's what I'm going to say. You've taken the fun. I want a caddy to walk along with us today. No, I can't afford a caddy. I can't.
I almost asked a really dumb question.
There are no dumb questions here.
Yeah, but after the month I've had with you, this one was a pretty dumb question. I was going to ask if you've ever. I've only golfed one time with an actual caddy.
I've never golfed with a caddy.
Oh, really? Okay, look at this.
Well, hold on. No, I don't think I have. I've golfed a couple pro-ams for like the Corn Ferry Tour. but we didn't get the pro got the caddy, and the caddy might have helped out a little bit and said, hey, you might want to do this.
Yeah, but nothing.
But nothing to where I had to like tip $100, $150 after the round was over. That's out of my price range. Irish Hawkeye wants to know what time my chartered flight leaves for Des Moines today. I'm not flying a Cessna over to Des Moines.
It's not a Cessna. G5 now. Come on.
A G.
Cessna. This guy thinks you fly a Cessna. You believe it? Trav?
Yeah, if I was at a G5, I'd be there in like, 15 minutes?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. I've never been on a G5.
We golfed at Cascada last summer, and that in Las Vegas, and there were a couple of caddies there, and I was with my buddy John Olson, who's the super good golfer, and watching a caddy work with him, that was fun. That was fun. They had their whole own language.
I mean, I disrespect the game enough by my poor play. I would not want to disrespect the game anymore by thinking, hey, I'll take a caddy. Now, some courses require it. Like if you're there on the weekend.
This course is required.
Yeah.
I was glad we had the guy because you're teeing off of ledges. You know what I mean? You needed that course knowledge. Whatever.
They have us going late in the afternoon today, and Chad's smart because the members out at Des Moines Golf and Country Club really don't want to see us on the course. I mean, when I show up in my cutoff blue jeans and my wife beater T-shirt, they're going to probably wonder what the hell is this guy doing? Because I can wear jeans on Des Moines Golf and Country Club.
How would you feel if we rolled up and they saw you coming and they were like, "Hey, we actually didn't get you a tee time here. We got you a tee time at blank."
Oh,
we thought you just wanted to go. We didn't know you wanted to golf here. We just thought you wanted to golf while you're in town. We got you a tee time at blank. I like blank. I don't know why I picked blank. I would.
Chad, who's hosting us today, says, "Oh shit."
Yeah, right.
Don't worry, Chad.
Chad's calling Grandview right now. Do you guys have any 3 o'clocks, 2 o'clocks? Ryan was talking about your rundown, and he says, man, that's a really cool rundown. I bet Ross has stick figures and chicken scratches. Mine says 2 p.m. tee off.
And he needs to write this down, folks, because I'll be calling Ross about 1:50 going, hey, are you close? Are you close? We're all on the range waiting for you.
Today, Ryan. Here's yesterday's show when the show's over.
See,
this is the show when the show starts.
Ross, and this is where Ross and I are completely different. I get up at 4 o'clock. I put this little thing together just so I have some talking points. I do a little research. Ross is much better at writing notes down during the show so he can remember what was said or who called or who said something. I don't write anything during the show, and I don't know why that is. I write down the Central City Liquors Deal of the Week, which starts today, by the way. And if you want some Four Roses, Central City Liquors is the place to go. If you want 25-ounce cans of beer, you're going to get a good deal, but you got to go in and ask for it. But Ross is very good, and you were always like that during Sound Off and on the Black and Gold Rush. You write everything down and what they talk about.
It's easier for me. It's just it's easier
funny
for me.
It's funny how people are just wired different, right? I mean, I like the prep part of it, and then once we get going, I let you handle you would be a good secretary. And I don't mean that in a sense. But, you know, who's going to keep notes during the meeting? Ross is going to keep notes during the meeting. Trav's not going to keep notes during the meeting.
Oh. I never had thought about that. I mean, that there's some truth to that. There's some truth to that. When we did fantasy baseball before we had computers, I was the guy that kept everybody's like salary.
Yeah.
Irish Hawkeye asks a really important question. We might have to get Chad's comments on this. Will Ross be tarp off at the golf course today? Chad, tarps required at the...
That is a good question.
Tarps have to be required at Des Moines Golf and Country Club.
Chad, if you can call in at 515-517-2303, I do have some questions for you. I do have some questions about course etiquette at Des Moines Golf and Country Club.
I promise I'm not going shirtless today. I promise. It's way cold.
I do have some questions about the attire. Not that I won't be in golf gear, but Chad, give us a call because there are questions that I do have. We're not going to embarrass you. We promise that.
What are your?
Well, we might embarrass you with our play. We may embarrass the course itself.
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
What are your questions?
Well, one, obviously, I'm going to wear a collared shirt or a polo shirt or something.
Obvious.
But does said shirt have to be tucked in? There are some courses where your shirt has to be tucked in. You can't just
require the tuck.
Yeah, require the tuck.
Wow.
You know, if I wear shorts, do they have to be a certain length? Can they go all the way to the knee? Do they have to be halfway down the calf? Or do they prefer that I wear pants? Today might be a pant day anyway because it's going to be a little chilly.
Yeah. I'm fascinated by some of these more unique rules that some golf courses have.
Now,
have to be tucked. Have you played it? You've played it at must tuck.
Yeah,
played it at must tuck, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Tarps required must tuck. I assume sandals are an absolute no-no in a place like that.
You know, the collared shirt thing though is starting to go a certain way, and I don't know if Des Moines Golf and Country Club requires a collared shirt because there are nice now athletic Nike shirts that look like T-shirts, but they're more of a sport fit. You know what I'm talking about? To where you're like, okay, I think Tiger has actually sometimes worn it looks like a T-shirt, but it's not a T-shirt.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're talking about, like the dry fit type of thing.
Yeah.
Could you pull?
All right, Chad's calling in. He's getting screened right now.
I just am curious about the tuck. It's still a thing.
I think so. 515-517-2303.
Before you get Chad on, Dan looked it up, and apparently at Des Moines Golf and Country Club online, the rules say you have to cosplay as Rodney Dangerfield.
Ooh.
In Caddyshack. So, Chad, truth to that rumor.
Rodney Dangerfield?
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Come out with a keg in my golf bag. That would be so cool.
What are the rules? Like, it just doesn't.
That would be cool.
Des Moines Golf and Country Club doesn't seem like the type of place that you guys are kicking people out of a lot. What are the rules out there, and how often does it happen where some jackass shows up that you've got to escort to the gate?
The only time I remember that happening was actually just a young lady wandered onto the course early in the morning, obviously still intoxicated or under the influence, wandered in. We had to kind of escort her out and kind of send her on her way. But I don't recall ever having to have anybody leave. But we have had dress code violations.
So what are the dress codes that we must follow today? I do need to know that.
So athletic apparel would not be appropriate, like gym shorts or t-shirts. So we definitely need, collared shirt or shorts, so that dress shorts. Hats must be on forward, not backwards. And for the ladies, there's certain tops, spaghetti strap tops are not appropriate.
Do I just hear? Is cleavage allowed?
Yes, it is. It is.
Okay.
Sounds like it's discouraged. Sounded like you're discouraging the cleavage.
No. You can wear a lot of stuff.
So, a bigger question I have: are the carts at Des Moines Golf and Country Club Bluetooth enabled with speakers?
Yes, they are, and we do have GPS, so you'll be all right, Travis. You can see yardage.
There you
How-
go. And he can see what the course is going to do ahead of him, so he doesn't have to rely on me. I'm his blindest friend, Chad.
Yeah.
And he's going, hey, what's this course do? It goes up there.
Is there a
I guess my bigger concern would be the geofencing. We do have, geofencing around the greens in some areas coming off the tee box. So, violations, your cart will stop, and you may have to, utilize reverse to get to some of the geofencing if you have a violation.
that happens to me on every round that I play? I think every course now is geofence, and it's like beep beep, and then you got to back it up, and it goes at a snail's pace, and you.
Also, Chad, I question some of his driving ability. The last time I remember feeling like I had a moment where I was going to die in a golf cart was with Travis driving.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Spare me, Ross.
Yeah. Came up over the top of a hill. It was a wet day. He's
I
not
remember
on the
this.
cart path. I don't know why he's not on the cart path, but he's not on the cart path. And we come up over the top of the hill towards a creek, and he decides to that's going to brake check. And he hits the brakes, and the cart starts to go sideways.
little fishtail, huh?
Little fishtail. It's okay. We were both okay. We lived.
Am I going to have to drive Travis today?
No. I know. I want a cart without a governor on it. That's my only request. And then, what is there a decibel level to the music? Do we have to keep the music at a certain level?
Gosh, that's a good question. I would like to say yes. That's probably appropriate, Travis.
Okay.
I did bring a speaker, that little Bluetooth speaker that's decently loud. So I was anticipating playing some tunes.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Are your bosses worried? Have you warned your bosses? Have you said, "Hey, I'm taking a chance here"?
Have you heard the way he's answered your
No,
questions?
believe it or not, Travis, I got a number of the staff that have listened to the show, and one of my assistant pros, he wants to meet you. So
Have him play with
There's
us.
a bunch of us that have actually. There's a bunch of them that listen to the show or listen to the old show in the past, and so yeah, they're definitely interested in meeting these guys.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Kind of stars.
That'd be fun.
What time are you guys going to arrive?
I've got a meeting with Captain Kirk till probably 12:15. We're gonna try to grab lunch somewhere and then get there a little bit after 1 o'clock.
Okay, sounds good. My son actually is employed at Des Moines Golf in the bag room, so I'm going to have him up at the bag drop, and he'll be ready to go when you guys arrive, and we'll get you all squared away.
I don't carry cash, so I won't be able to tip him.
That's fair. No tips required, Travis.
That's
yes, there
fair,
are.
he says. That's fair. The answer is there's a lot of luckily there's a lot of ATMs between you and us.
Hey, Chad,
Got it.
thanks for your hospitality today. We're looking forward to it, and we'll keep people abreast and what's going on through our social media pages today. We'll have a little bit of fun.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it too.
Thanks,
See
buddy.
You guys later.
Appreciate it. I'm looking forward to it.
I bet you are. Old Travis would have had Chad fired by the end of the day.
Oh, the day is young, my friend. The day is young.
Some people in the chat were like, why does he sound nervous?
Because he is nervous. Deep down, he's nervous.
Brian said, he said, oh boy, multiple times. Is Nickelback allowed on the golf course? What's your go-to, Travis? If you have, we're driving to the first tee box, I hand you the speaker, and I say, all right, Travis, get something playing before we get to the first tee box. What's playing by the time I tee up?
I usually just load up my playlist in YouTube Music, which is normally just country music. It's George Strait, it's Zach Brown Band, it's easy listening stuff. I'm not a Nickelback guy. I'm not going to be coming out blaring to Pour Some Sugar on Me.
I'm I'm not a Nickelback guy.
Are you a Nickelback guy?
Have you ever met a person? Have you ever met a dude who was like, man, I love Metallica. I love Guns N' Roses, but you know who I like? When I'm going to kick ass, I fire up some Nickelback, man. I'm a Nickelback guy.
I've actually seen Nickelback in concert.
I'm not a Nickelback hater. You've seen Nickelback in concert.
I think I fall in your core. I'm not a Nickelback hater. I mean, they pumped out some hits and they did it quick. And there's actually a documentary. It might be on Netflix or it's on Amazon about the story of Nickelback, which was pretty good. But it's not like I got to go see Nickelback. No, and if one of their songs comes on, of course you sing to it because you know the words. Urgh!
I like me some Pearl Jam. You know what I mean? If I could do 90s hip hop or 90s. Are
you shooting up with heroin during that?
Pearl Jam makes you think of heroin?
It does, and I don't know why.
Oh. Does all grunge?
Probably, yeah. I was just having babies, or I wasn't having babies. My wife was having babies on that right when probably grunge was getting popular, and I never got into the grunge. Now, I'm not going to say that, Nirvana doesn't have some good songs, and who's another? I guess when I think of grunge, I think of Pearl Jam and I think of Nirvana. That's about it.
Soundgarden, Smashing Pumpkins.
Smashing Pumpkins is grunge?
Maybe. I don't know. Dude, I don't know. I think so. I think they're in that category.
Yeah. Now, the bigger question for you is this the first time this year you've swung the sticks? Is this going to be your first time?
I'll be dusting them off at 1:45 for our 2 o'clock tea time.
Do you know what that means? That you're going to have the round of your life?
No.
I do believe that. This would be my third time out, and I'm going to get worse.
He said the carts are GPS tracked, and I'm like, oh, well, that means I'll do a lot of walking. It's usually what that means for me. It means bring the walking shoes. I'll take my little ball finder, my little, the thing I can dig balls out of the.
That's the only thing I'm not looking forward to is when you go into the rough stuff. Is that we spend an hour for you looking for Titleist Pro V1s.
I want to spend an hour?
Just look at the quality of golf ball you're going to get out there, though. I mean, you're going to come out.
Oh, my God. You kidding me out there?
Yeah.
I'm Golf and Country Club. It's got all Pro V1s. It'll be the fancy TaylorMades with the little designs on them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now, help me out.
Ones that make me think I'm going to putt better. I'm carrying those. I'm always like, oh, that little line. Then that's going to solve it for me. Help you out with what?
I believe as I drive by every time I come into town, there's not many hills out there, right? It's not a hilly course. Pretty flat.
Yep.
Which is good.
Does it matter?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
It does.
All right. So let's say we play 9 holes at Des Moines Golf and Country Club.
Yeah.
And then we go play 9 holes at Waveland.
Yeah.
What's the difference going to be for you?
Hills it's a psychological barrier. Hills are like water and sand to me.
Okay.
And I'm sure we're going to see some water. I guarantee we're going to see some good sand out at Des Moines Golf and Country Club. But Waveland is one of the most intimidating courses I think I've ever been on.
Really?
It is. It's an intimidating. There are certain holes on Waveland where you just look down. Either it's downhill and it's just a beautiful shot, or uphill and you're like, this is just intimidating to me. Jester Park is another one like that.
We're going to play 9 holes at Des Moines Golf and Country Club today. We could go play 9 holes at Waveland right after that. I'm going to shoot 60 at both.
That's fair. That's fair. My goal today in 9 holes at Des Moines Golf and Country Club are I want to shoot, and I'm going to try to keep accurate score. And what I mean by accurate, I'm not going to give myself a shot for fluffing the golf ball because I'm a hack. So I'm not going to take a stroke for the fluff, but I'm going to try to play a true score. And I probably won't give myself a stroke if I lose a ball and I have to take a drop. But if I can shoot 50, 52, and 9, I'd be happy.
Yeah, if I'm in the 50s, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Jay says you have to play back in black at the first tee. Announce your presence with authority.
Don't. Da-da-don't. Da-da-don't.
My buddy Christian, who listens to the show, one day I got new clubs, and he knew that I had new clubs, and they matched a couple of woods that he had. So he was like, hey, do you want this 3 and 5 wood that I have that match that set of clubs? I'm like, yeah, that'd be great. That'd be awesome. I'm actually playing golf today. He's like, well, tell me which golf course you're playing at, and I'll go drop him off. And so I went and dropped it. I told him where I was playing. He calls me. He's like, all right, man, they're at the clubhouse, but I gave them a very specific name that you have to they're not going to give you the clubs unless you tell them that you are Ross Big Balls Peterson. I'm like, all right. Ha, funny. So I get over there and I'm like, I walk in and I'm like, hi, I need to pick up a couple of clubs. I can see them, right? Like, I need to pick up a couple of clubs. And the guy's like, yeah, what's the name on the clubs? I'm like, it's Ross Big Balls Peterson. And he's like, the guy said you were going to introduce yourself that way. So they've got a little, now up on the first tee box is the Justice Foursome, right? They've got a little an announcer thing. And we get up to tee off and they say, now up on the first tee box, it's the Big Balls Foursome.
That's where they got you. He didn't really care if he came in and asked for the clubs at Big. We were going to get him on the tee box. Look at the balls on Ross. Big balls, Ross. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, if you're not feeling right, guys, don't ignore it. Treat it, but treat it your way. Urology Center of Iowa has a dedicated men's health wellness center designed to restore your confidence and your comfort and put you back in control. Because at UCI, you will get a personalized treatment based on you and nobody else. You deserve a clear plan, a private, tailored experience that is judgment-free care. That's UCI. Schedule an appointment with UCI today at IowaURO.com. It is the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
The Rush Radio is now on the free TuneIn app, allowing you to enjoy the show on Apple products and Android Auto. Download the free TuneIn app and search The Rush Radio to take Travis and Ross wherever you go.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job millionaire. A front row tickets to every show millionaire. A hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
When you work with a company like Mr. Electric that goes above and beyond and makes the customer their priority, that is just a real joy to encounter these days. It was a fairly complicated project and it was intimidating. They made it look so easy and they were very professional, very clean folks. They thoroughly explain what they're going to do. It's clear that they're experienced and that they know what they're doing. Having professionals out there that can do that for me, that gives me a lot of peace of mind.
Keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
My name's Gary Presnell, and I'm a residential home mortgage banker for Northwest Bank in Des Moines Metro Market. I've been financing people's homes for over 25 years, and I'm an expert in financing VA loans, FHA loans, IFA loans, and new construction homes. This is my cat Norm. Norm knows basketball, but he doesn't know mortgage. And that's where I come in. There are a lot of Tom, Dick, and Norms out there doing loans. So don't just trust anyone with your home loan. I'm your local, trusted, experienced expert. Please call me. I would love to help you.
Call Gary at 515-975-6767 or find his profile at nw.bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Graduate into a new vehicle at Willis Chevrolet of Granger. Drive into your next chapter with a huge selection of new and Car Bravo certified vehicles. Get $500 cash allowance or 2.9% APR with 90 days of deferred payment or lease as low as $309 a month on the compact and economical 2026 Chevy Trax. Or enjoy the adventurous and stylish Trailblazer with 3.9% APR and 90 days deferred payment or lease starting at just $289 a month. Come visit us in Granger, just 15 minutes north of the metro, or online at willischevy.com.
Every business has priorities, and Priority One Heating and Cooling is no different. As a service provider, we prioritize quality air conditioners and furnaces that will keep your home at your comfort level year-round. As a small business, we prioritize doing things the right way and treating people fairly. As a truly local business, we prioritize our community. As a veteran-owned business, we prioritize duty and commitment. For big business service with local value, trust your home to the place where you are always Priority One.
Hi, it's Noel. If you're thinking about popping the question, start with a jeweler you can trust. At Fiscus Jewelers, we offer the largest inventory in Ankeny, featuring stunning engagement rings and rare and forever natural diamonds, pre-screened with advanced technology. If you don't see exactly what you're looking for, we'll custom design it together, and our CAD drawings are always free. And when it's time to say I do, don't forget the guys. We offer the largest selection of men's wedding bands around. Fiscus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
Back to the rush. Strong opinions, weak filters, and just enough sense to stay on the air. It's the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
Guess what, everybody? It's now time for the weekly Woo-Hoo from the Iowa Lottery. And the Iowa Lottery is making millionaires each week. Call in now to tell us something that made you go woo-hoo, and you could win an Iowa Lottery prize pack worth $90. This week's prize pack includes some new tickets, bonus cash doubler, and $100,000 riches cash payout. Both these scratch tickets are part of some awesome second chance promotions where you can be a VIP club member, and that's free to sign up for to actually get in on more winnings. And we're adding to the prize pack this week, Ross. We're throwing in a pair of tickets to the Iowa Craft Beer Festival. So not only are you going to get $90 worth of lottery winnings or goods and packages from the Iowa Lottery, we are going to throw in a pair of tickets to the Iowa Craft Beer Festival. That's awesome.
The $90 in scratch every week. I'm waiting for somebody to call in the following week and say, I won $5,000. But
it's going to happen sometime.
It's going to happen. But number two, like I always think back to the gift exchange things that happen around Christmas. When somebody has $20 worth of gift of scratch offs, it's like you might as well have a gold bar. Everybody wants the scratch off tickets. We have $90 worth of scratch off tickets for people to win here. Sometimes we're picking between 4. So anyway, yeah, hop on in, 515-517-2303.
Or you can go online to therushradio.com, click on the promo tab, and just the Woo-Hoo will come down. And we get a lot of them through the internet, which is fine. But again, we want to give you something. So now's the time to tell us what made you go Woo-Hoo.
David asks, can you call in for a Woo-Hoo even though you won several months ago? Yes.
Yes. We've had one repeat winner, and actually a wife won it, and then a husband turned around and won it. So we've never had, but we don't have the 30-day rule. Obviously, if we did, Dan
Douglas would have. We had been pulling names for a while.
We don't have to follow those corporate rules to where you can only win once every 30 days. If you wanna get in on the prize, you're more than happy to do it, because you know what? If it makes you go woo-hoo, it makes you go woo-hoo. And if it's a good enough woo-hoo, you should be rewarded for that woo-hoo. But again, 515-517-2303 or online at therushradio.com and click the promo tab and just go to the Woo-Hoo, and you could pick up that $90 prize pack and a pair of tickets to the Iowa Craft Beer Festival coming up June 6th, I believe, up there in Ankeny. So that'd be fun. Ross, the older I get, this is going to take it maybe a little bit of a somber turn during what is supposed to be a fun morning show. But the older you get, and I'm going to be 56 in September, you're creeping up on 50 years of age. You're not quite there yet. But mortality starts to enter your mind a lot more. And yesterday it did that for somebody that's a lot younger than I am. Kyle Busch died at the age of 41. This was a shock to a lot of people, a lot of drivers on the NASCAR circuit. The first reports that came out said, after a very short illness, he passed away. We found out from ESPN.com through anonymous sources because the family had released this. He was in Charlotte in a simulator, and he became unresponsive, and they took him to the hospital, and he died yesterday. 41. And, he was on the pole for the Daytona 500. He raced last week. I was watching Ryan McGee on ESPN this morning. He goes, he was just on my show on Saturday. And your mortality just starts to, the older you get, the more you maybe think about death. And when it happens to somebody your age or maybe right around your age, it really starts to hit home. When it happens to somebody younger, you're like, and just in that fashion, you're like, wow, you realize it doesn't matter who you are, how much money you have, how successful you've been, you can't run from it.
Yeah. That's a tough one, Travis. And, when, and I think there's an element to it of if he'd have died in a car accident, if he'd have died in a race, I think there'd be an element of it like, well, died doing what he loved doing. Probably knew this was had to have thought about it. He's sitting in a simulator and did you hear the audio, Travis? And again, I hate the internet these days because who knows if what I heard was actually from the last race, but I did hear a piece of audio from his in-car
Somebody give me a shot.
So I get the doctor. Have the doctor ready for me in my trailer. I'm going to need a shot. I don't know if that was the actual audio from his actual car in the last race.
It was, and they said after that he was suffering a sinus infection and the G-forces and everything played a part. Now, that's what they said. Yeah. Whether that is true or not, who knows? Or it could have been an indication of something else that nobody knew about. We'll continue that conversation, but we do have a phone call coming in at 515-517-2303. Let's go to David. David, welcome to the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive. What's going on?
Hey, good morning, guys. How are you today?
Very good.
Doing well, David. How are you, bud?
Good. Hey, good. Hey, just I'm not a man of too many words. My birthday is tomorrow. I turned 60. So I've seen a lot, but what you mentioned a few minutes ago, Travis, about, I don't know how to explain it. You feel a little bit older, you feel a bit more mortal.
You start thinking about your mortality, yeah.
Yeah, I think about that every day. I mean, I just recently, with this, every day is a blessing. I mean, this gentleman that passed away the other day, the race car driver, then I had a close lady friend of mine lost her daughter in an automobile accident several weeks ago. And that's just, you just start wondering, it's weird. You start thinking, why am I still here? I mean, every day's just a blessing. And I don't got anything to add to that. I have an only child. I think about her every day. And she's been married about 4 or 5 months now. And just wanted to say happy birthday to me, I guess. I got much to add to that, but just
that's your woo-hoo. We're gonna put you in the woo-hoo category that you reached the big milestone of 60. You only got 5 more to go till you get to file your Medicare.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, that's really surreal to think about. But that's all I called about. I got not much to add to that. So I love your show. Listen to you guys from day one. Keep up the great work and. Go Hawkeyes.
Go Hawks. Thanks, David. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thank you.
He said, I just want to say happy birthday to me.
Yeah.
and it reminded me of a fun story I've been waiting to tell you. My family thinks I'm ridiculous for thinking this is funny. I'm sorry. The latest Nobel Prize winner. It's an amazing story. She's a Chinese pharmacologist. She's come up with a medicine that may be the cure to malaria. She might save millions of people's lives. Her name is Tu Yu. Her first name is T-U.
Tu.
And her last name is Yu, Y-O-U. Tu Yu. It's an amazing story. I think she'd be a lot of fun to sing happy birthday to.
Only Ross.
I saw that somewhere, not my joke.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
We've discussed this way too much in my family, okay? But I think that the best way to do it is add another 2 at the beginning of it. Happy birthday to you.
I like it.
Happy birthday to you.
So your whole family's like, shut up, Ross.
They're like,
Shut up.
everybody's like, just leave it alone. We get it. Shut up.
Now, that's kind of like 6'7", right? I don't get the 6'7" thing, and I get ticked but it's like, okay, if you're part of it, it's funny.
It's like a old mama joke. Depends on which side of it you're on.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Now, Kyle Busch was somewhat of a polarizing driver.
Very.
You know, him and Denny Hamlin got into a little bit of a spat over the last couple of weeks over something Hamlin said on a podcast. Him and Dale Earnhardt Jr. didn't get along very well. Of course, Earnhardt Jr. replaced him, I think, with on a racing team several years ago. But I did not know this about Kyle Busch till I read it this morning. Did you know when you combine all 3 NASCAR series, truck, Xfinity, and NASCAR, he has more wins than any driver in history?
You know, that doesn't surprise me, Trav. That's I didn't know that. He wouldn't have been my first guess on that, but combining all the series, I did know that he'd raced in all, he's had success in all. Polarizing guy, man. He's not afraid to voice his opinions. You know, he'd get out, and crowds would be booing him, and he'd be the guy that would go, "Meh, meh." He didn't care.
He just went out and drove.
Yeah.
And, you know, for as polarizing as that is, there's an entertainment factor to that, right? He was you could almost say kind of an old school NASCAR guy, meaning that he wanted to rub people the wrong way.
Right. I didn't care if he did rub people. I don't think maybe he did. I was going to say, I don't think he wanted to rub people the wrong way. There might have been times when Kyle Busch wanted to rub people the wrong way. I think more importantly, though, and more consistently, he didn't care if he did. He's going to share his opinion. He was going to tell you what he thought. And yeah, Travis, have you seen anything that gives any more speculation about what has happened at all?
Well, I haven't, but when you know, and this is where my brain goes. At first they said it was just a short illness. When you're like, well, that's weird. I mean, you go to and then you hear the unresponsive in the simulator, and there's a lot of things that could go to play in here. And the reason I thought about this is because I hop on Facebook yesterday morning. And I'm not really close with people I went to high school with or who I grew up with, but a friend of mine from my younger days, he just lived right up the street from me. I mean, we were childhood buddies. We did everything together when we were kids. The story came out that he had a massive stroke in January, and the rehabilitation center that he went to did a story on it. He lost all use of his right side. And he had to go through months and months of rehabilitation just to get some mobility back. So, you know, you think about that, Ross, if you just become unresponsive, you're in a simulator, you know, was it a stroke? Was it a heart attack? I'm sure they're going to do some form of autopsy to find out. But it's just one of those things where you're like, could be a number of things: heart attack, stroke, brain aneurysm, when I hear simulator and that, then I start going, hey, does the simulator cause some sort of...
when I saw the simulator, maybe a lot of people are going to overthink that part of
Probably.
It could just be a coincidence, but that was the first thing I thought of was, wow, the simulator?
It's not... If my brain went there, I don't think it would be bad to think, could that happen?
Okay,
Does it cause... Because you're immersed, right? I mean, those simulators are as real life as they
We were
get.
talking to Ross Chastain, who said he's been confused before. Wasn't it Chastain that told us he's been in the simulator and thought he was on the track?
You become in this immersive world. But it is a reminder for me. Again, I don't know how much you think about mortality. I think I spend probably more time than I should. But it's also kind of leads my approach to life. I saw somebody yesterday that we're both mutual acquaintances with. You're probably a little bit closer, but they post on social media and they're like, "We are living in a time where I'm a critical thinker and there's not a lot of critical thinkers out there." And then the people pile on, "It's just a bad time to be a human." This is why I don't get involved with the political stuff, because my life's pretty good. And I don't want, and maybe I'm being selfish, but I don't sit there and worry about everything that's going on. I control what I can control and try to be happy doing it, right?
I think
I
it's
don't
fun
get
to
caught
follow
up.
some of the goofy nonsense stuff that you can't control, but Travis, you're absolutely right. It's a tough time to be. We're in a weird time. I'd say that all the time. We're in the weirdest of times. It's a tough time to be a human. Did you have a warm shower this morning?
Had a warm shower?
Yeah, you should say to that person, remind her of that warm shower conversation we had. You are the descendant of thousands of years of human beings. You're the descendant of hundreds of generations of people. Do you realize 3 have had a warm shower? 3 have had a warm shower. The thing that you have every morning. Yeah, that started about 100 years ago. Before that, you had to light a fire, wait for the tub to get hot, and then hope it didn't get too hot. You went over and set your shower and stood in the shower and went, "It's such a tough time to be alive." I do it.
Driftless Iowan calls me a boomer. I'm not a boomer. I'm Gen X. But maybe you want me to take all that on. I don't want to. It's too big of a weight for me to carry around every single day. If you think we're living in weird times now, it's always been weird. I'm from a generation. Now, things change. I mean, you had the tornado drill, you had the fire drill. Well, I also had the get under your desk fallout shelter drill. Let's go to the fallout shelter. Realizing now that fallout shelter was not going to help me at all. I mean, when you're a little kid and you're like ducking for a nuclear blast, you're like, this is weird. Now we have drills for active shooters. I mean, it's just
in the public schools that didn't exist 100 years ago. On the paved streets, with the street lights, with the ambulance nearby, with the fire department. I saw Ray just said it too. It is a bad time to be alive. No, it's not. It's a wonderful time to be alive, like the best ever. Is it weird? Are things freaking weird? Yeah. Is our government probably controlled by another government? Yeah. Relax. Are there pedophiles in charge of everything? Yes, Ray. It's the way it is.
And probably has been for longer than we'd ever want to know.
Did we catch all of them? No, we didn't. Oh, Mitch is trying to join the StreamYard link. Same StreamYard link?
Oh, yeah, same one, yeah. Is
All
it?
right, I'll let him know. All right, I'll let him know.
Yeah. He's going to jump in at 7 o'clock because we're going to talk
Good
a
deal.
little
Good deal.
Knicks basketball.
Off.
Yeah.
Off and running. I like it. So anyway, it's not a horrible time to be alive. It's just a weird time.
It's all how you frame it in your mind. If you wake up every day just miserable, you're probably going to be miserable. I choose to wake up, do this every day, and put myself in a good mood.
Chooses to do something.
Choose to do something.
See, his life was here. He wanted his life to be here. And in order to get your life from there to here, you got to do something. And so Travis woke up the other day and he said, I don't want my life to be here. I want it to be there. And he did something. And now look at him. See where his life is? It's over here.
I just want good energy running through me. I don't have time to be negative and worried about everybody else around me.
Do you have a weekly woohoo? Would your weekly woohoo?
I was going to read some woohoos that are coming in.
Yeah, fire away.
I got this one coming in from Marcus. It says, my college friends and I run a charity golf tournament called Papa Top. We held it last Saturday, and we raised $25,000 for Big Brothers and Big Sisters. It was the largest event yet. They won. So that's a good woohoo. Anytime you're raising money for people who need it, that's awesome. Good job, Marcus. Good job. Chad says, during yesterday's show, you mentioned kids not knowing how to keep book at a baseball game, and it gave me an idea to get my youngest out of school and go to the Cubs game yesterday. We didn't get a score sheet, but he did catch a shirt from the shirt cannon, and the Cubs right fielder tossed him a ball as he was warming up with. Made my son's day, and it will be something he won't forget. He's now Brett Bateman's the right fielder, #1 fan. That's a woohoo. That's a difference. That is a great woohoo because that is an impression on a kid that he's not wrong. He'll be 50 years old going, you remember that guy named Brett Bateman? Most people go, no.
Yeah, my favorite baseball player was a guy named Brett Bateman. Who was that, Grandpa? Oh, he was the right fielder for the Iowa Cubs. He gave me a ball one time. Did I ever say he gave him a ball?
Yeah, because they were warm. You know how they warm up in between innings?
Awesome.
Tossed it to him.
All right, can I one quick thing about the t-shirt cannon?
Yeah.
I think that they should change something slightly with the t-shirt cannon. Because when they launched the t-shirts from the t-shirt cannon, and Chad, let me know if I'm right or wrong about this. It's like an XL t-shirt. So every time my kids ever caught a t-shirt from a t-shirt cannon, they were all excited, like, yeah. And then they'd it's got like 19 rubber bands on it so that it doesn't come unfurled while it's being launched out of the t-shirt cannon. Then you finally get all the t-shirt, the rubber bands off it, and they unfurl it, and it's like a triple XL. The kid should be able to redeem that.
I'm fair. I'm down with that.
Take it down to like the thing and the little gift shop and say, all right, this is worth, I don't know. I mean, the sponsor is paying for the t-shirt. They want to have their corporate logo. So anyway, hard to do it, but it should be.
I thought you were going to say, instead of going for launch angle, just go straight for shot to the chest.
Oh, God. Just taking people out.
This one is from Chris. My weekly woohoo is celebrating the students, staff, and families of Great Oaks High School and Career Center.
Yeah.
At the beginning of 2024, I was hired to help create Iowa's first public charter school focused on re-engaging opportunity youth who have faced barriers in school. Last year, I had the privilege of handing diplomas to 11 students. This year, we're preparing to celebrate more than 80 graduates.
Yeah.
Our students are earning diplomas, exploring careers, gaining training, and stepping into jobs with companies like Estes, PDM, Mercy, and other community partners. My woohoo is lives being changed. Students who are now preparing to become valuable members of the workforce and the community. I want to celebrate our graduates, our team, and the families who help take them to the next step.
Love that, Chris. I know Chris. I've had a chance to meet him a couple of times. Great Oaks is the high school version of what my daughter does.
Okay.
It's a public charter school. So it's not a charter school. It's not a private school. They don't turn down anybody. All of these talking points and rhetoric and BS that people repeat, know nothing about the subject, but repeat the stuff that they've read on Facebook or seen on the news. And you've got guys like Chris out there, 80 different kids who, I mean, let's be honest, DMPS wasn't doing it for them. They probably didn't have the resources to go to Dowling or to seek out private school education. They might not have even had the resources to be able to get to a different community, to go to Carlisle or a Johnston or open enrolled in one of those places. And they took an old abandoned mall and turned it into a high school, and now turning out 80 diplomas this year. That is fantastic. Congratulations, Chris. Be very proud of that, sir. That's awesome. Glad you're out.
All right, we got one more coming in from Cody.
Okay.
Proud dad here. Today is the last day of school of my daughters. For my daughters today, one is a freshman, the other is a seventh grader. Both girls have been on the A honor roll all year. Seventh grader has been selected for the new advanced math class the school will be offering next year. We've also been searching for a year for a car for our freshmen and finally found 08 Honda Civic for her. We got her a school permit, and the car is registered last week so she could drive to school this week. She has really grown this last year. Amazing to see my kids grow up. So that's cool. It's fun to celebrate those. All right, folks, you want to go fishing? Ross Peterson can make sure that you go fishing. And you can go fishing in style. And I know that's maybe an oxymoron, but
it's not.
You know what? It's not. It's not.
It's not. And any skill levels, man. I've been fishing with people up there that from 9 to 95. I've been fishing with people who never had caught a fish before in their life, and I've fished with people who are professional fishermen, and everybody has a great time. It is like the Disney World of outdoor adventures. They see you coming. They know exactly what it is that you're looking for somehow, and they're able to get that into your hands. You need your clothes and the liquor you want to drink for the trip, and that's it. And the Ballard's Black Island folks are going to take care of everything else. Guided fishing trips that take you out onto the lake and take you to the fish, help you with every step of it. You're going to have amazing meals, an incredible time at the campfire. You'll probably meet some new friends if you want to do that, or you can have this private getaway that makes it feel like you're the only person on the planet sometimes. And it's all available. This lifetime of memories is waiting at an incredible price right now. About $1,200 per person. You got to book at least 2 people, and they have limited availability. There's 19 beds on this island that rest in about 6 different cabins. So as the beds fill up, it changes that availability. But if you tell them you heard about them from me here on The Rush, they're going to cut you an amazing deal. Around $1,200 per person for 4 nights, 3 days of guided fishing. The full package is included with that. There's some other charges that come with it, and you've got to get yourself to Canada. But trust me, an amazing deal and an awesome opportunity. Call them at 218-634-1996 or go to blackisland.com. 218-634-1996. Tell them you want the Ross P. Fishing Special, and they'll hook you up.
It is the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
The Rush Radio is now on the free TuneIn app, allowing you to enjoy the show on Apple products and Android Auto. Download the free TuneIn app and search The Rush Radio to take Travis and Ross wherever you go.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job millionaire. A front row tickets to every show millionaire. A hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
At Iowa Floor Covering, we believe great floors start with great service. Whether you're looking for a plush carpet, durable LVP, timeless hardwood, stylish laminate, or beautiful tile, including custom tile showers, we'll help you find the perfect fit. No pressure, no pushy sales tactics. just honest guidance from a team that listens. DIY Weekend Warrior, we've got the products and advice to set you up for success. Iowa Floor Covering, floors you'll love from people you can trust.
There are a lot of reasons to want a self-driving mower from Iowa Mobotics.
Being automated gives me more time to do my hobbies.
I travel so much for work that I don't have time to take care of the lawn, but I still care about how it looks.
And I'm just lazy. Gives me time to work in the wood shop instead of spending it on the mower.
It works in my schedule.
And I just really hate doing it.
No matter your reason, with Iowa Mobotics, spend less time mowing, more time living.
It's Bobby here at Willis Volvo Cars. I want to let you know that Costco is back. Up to $2,000 in savings for you for just being a Costco executive member. Amazing leases that will absolutely blow your mind. So stop on down to the showroom to check them out, or give us a call, click, or visit us at willisvolvocars.com. You'll be glad you did.
The following advertisement is for people who like to save money.
Do you or a loved one suffer from chronic overspending, getting less but paying more? Then you may have a case of big HVAC. Now is the time to try Priority One. We set our own prices, which means you pay for what you need, not for anything else. And if you need a heating service or a new furnace, now is the time to try Priority One.
Side effects of Priority One include increased happiness, extra peace of mind, and bonus cash for whatever you want. Please use responsibly.
Your house wasn't built for bats, birds, or raccoons, but try telling them that. At Bats and Bugs Pest Solutions, we've been helping Iowans take back their homes for over 20 years. We use cost-effective, eco-friendly methods to solve wildlife and pest problems the right way. Whether it's bats in your attic, birds in the vent, raccoons in your chimney, or moles in your yard, we have long-term solutions. Call Bats and Bugs Pest Solutions today at 515-218-3400, and let's make sure your home doesn't become their home.
Start spreading the news, cause it's time to buy booze, and there's only one place to be. You can see all your friends, the good times never end, unless you're just loitering. It's Central City, we can make your dreams come true. No guarantee your dreams will come true. Central City, all this booze is waiting for you. Look at all this booze.
Game on, keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
Like a rash you thought was gone. Travis and Ross aren't contagious, but they are addictive. It's the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
Hour number 2 of the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive. Willis Automotive is hiring sales and leasing consultants across all their brands. At Willis, you will have a unique opportunity to cross-sell across a wide lineup. So if you're looking to grow your career and work with multiple brands, this is your chance. If you're listening on the audio stream at therushradio.com, the Rush Radio Android app, the TuneIn app, thank you so much. If you're watching on YouTube this morning, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give this video a like. Leave your comments in the comments section. You can call the show at 515-517-2303. And, of course, follow us on our social media channels. I'm Travis Justice. He's Ross Peterson. And the NBA playoffs are going on. And last week we had Mitch Widmeyer on. And he's a Knicks fan. And he was featured on ESPN doing play-by-play for his sister Hannah. And we said, you need an outlet just besides that to come on and talk about the Knicks. So we've adopted the Knicks as our NBA playoff team. Can we say that, Ross? I think we both
absolutely.
said. Absolutely.
Easily.
I'm not an NBA guy. So we said, hey, Mitch, if you want to come on and talk about the Knicks, you can. And he joins us now from Green Bay, Wisconsin, with his Knicks hat on. How much Knicks gear do you have? Seriously, how much Knicks gear do you have?
A ton, because when I was 5 years old was when my uncle would start sending me boxes from Queens. It had nothing but Knicks stuff in it. So quite a bit, Travis, quite a bit. Appreciate you guys having me on too.
Yeah, game one was a lot of fun. Game one was in fact, let's just go back before we get to game two, because I am curious about how much confidence you had last night as that game wore on. I mean, it's easy to look back at that now and realize the Knicks handled it, but where were you at halftime, I think is a really good question. Let's go back to game one, though. That game is getting out of hand at one point. Dude, Karl Anthony Towns just looked out of sorts. He had a stretch there at the end of the first half, and I would even say majority of that third quarter when things were getting ugly. He looked like a liability out there. Has that been an issue all year long? Is that something that comes and goes in spurts? Am I overanalyzing a bad stretch?
They went probably 2/3 of the regular season where Mike Brown just couldn't figure out how to properly utilize Cat within the offense. And then towards the end of the season, it clicked. But there are certain matchups with bigger forwards that aren't centers or quicker forwards that kind of give him problems. But the problems kind of exist, Ross, where it's if he has a smaller forward on him, and that's what the opposing team's trying to do, get him on the block, but they always still try getting it to him at the mid post or on the perimeter. So certain matchups have given him more issues, I would say. But ever since they've kind of started working through him as the hub of the offense at the top of the key, I mean, his assist numbers have gone through the roof. So, yeah, he definitely struggled in game one, but that's not anything new for Knicks fans. He has those sort of moments. But the good thing about the playoffs is it's not like you're playing a team and then 2 nights later it's someone else and then someone else. They get that time to adjust and figure it out. And I mean, for the first 2.5 quarters, especially out of the gates in the first quarter, he was much better in game two.
Okay. You mentioned matchups. Were there matchups last night? Because it appeared the Cavs didn't even play defense, especially when the Knicks went on that 18-0 run in the third quarter.
Yeah, they tried hunting Harden in the second half like they did in the fourth quarter and overtime of game one. I just think it's tricky because Harden and Donovan Mitchell are two very dynamic players, but it's mostly on the offensive end. If you talk to most Cleveland fans, they'll tell you James Harden and Donovan Mitchell are both, they lean towards being liabilities on the defensive end. Whereas for the Knicks, if you talk about defensive liabilities within the starting five, some people will point to Brunson, but the Knicks have done just a fantastic job of hiding him in the playoffs when it comes. He's on Dean Wade, and Dean Wade can knock down a three here and there offensively, but he's an afterthought for the Cleveland offense, and he's not a guy that you're going to give it to and expect him to do anything one-on-one in isolation. So the Knicks can kind of hide Brunson in those scenarios. You got 2 guys in your starting five if you're Cleveland, and the Knicks are surrounding Brunson with 4 3-point shooters, including Cat. It's kind of tricky. By the way, I do want to throw in, I love that you guys have me on because I know the demographics largely Midwest Iowa. So there's probably people who are I don't give a damn about the Knicks, but I'm hoping there's a few people that when I'm on, they're you know what? I'm going to turn it on. I think
a lot. I have, Mitch. That's all. Travis and I are very selfish when it comes to the programming of the show. We really are. It's really about what we want to talk about and I'm with Travis. I've adopted the Knicks as my team. I was watching game one, thinking of you and Hannah the entire time, imagining what that call was like as the Knicks were making that comeback.
Well, I think what has happened is you're right. Ross and I are saying, hey, you got to be entertaining to come on the show. If you're bored, you don't get to come on. You're entertaining, but what you've done, and it can be done with any team, but you've created a connection and a story that connects with that team, and people go, oh, I can follow that. Just to come out and say I'm going to be a Knicks fan, but now you're listen, most people, I've never been an NBA guy. I liked the NBA when Jordan was playing because Jordan was something to watch. After that, I never got into LeBron. But all of a sudden, you have the story, and I'm I can connect with this. I can follow this.
Travis quit watching the NBA when they started making the shorts long. He thought that was bullshit.
I thought that was ridiculous.
And he's I'm done with this.
Early 2000s, he's I'm good.
I came for the short shorts.
You've been on a roll, though, and the Knicks have won 9 straight postseason games. The game ended last night. The Madison Square Garden crowd is Knicks in 4. Knicks in 4. Do you think the Knicks sweep the Cavs?
No, Cleveland's too good. They're different than Philadelphia, in my opinion. They just went toe-to-toe with Atlanta, 7-game series, and they took Game 5 and Game 7 on the road in Detroit. I was stunned that they swept Philadelphia last round. I would be even more stunned if they swept Cleveland. My hope is fingers crossed, try to take 1 of 2 in Cleveland, and then you're 3-1 going back to the Garden for Game 5. If they do sweep them, I'd be perfectly fine with that. I will note, though, and I have not said this to anyone publicly, my friends and cousins and stuff like that, no, but am actually going to be in attendance if there is a game 5 because Mike Breen invited me out to be his guest.
Yes.
But if they do, my buddies were texting me last night, Ross and Travis, and they're like, "So do you want a sweep?" And I was like, honestly, like, yeah, if you sweep them, perfectly fine. Like end goal is still, I just want the Knicks to win the whole thing. I want the Knicks. The last time the Knicks were in the NBA Finals, I was 6 years old. So if they sweep and I don't get to go to a game 5, honest to God, perfectly fine with me.
Mike,
but I would be stunned if they swept them. I think the goal's got to be try to get 1 out of 2 in Cleveland.
So, Mitch, my follow-up, I think Ross said the same thing. If you don't get to go to game 5, does he turn around and invite you to game 1? Or game 2 or 3? Because
I'm not
probably
sure
be,
what the finals look like, but
yeah, that has not been discussed. So he actually invited me out to any like games 1, 2 last night, or game 5, game 7, whatever. But as you guys probably know, getting help for Hannah, so I can get away for a couple days. I can't turn that around quickly at all. Like that's got to get lined up weeks in advance. And even with the time frame I had to do it for game 5, which is next Wednesday, was a like tight turnaround to get it worked out. But I have it in place with people who have worked with Hannah before and have been in the home before and know what they're doing. But I don't know if that is how it would work out, Travis. That'd be pretty cool.
It'd be really awesome. So you mentioned the Knicks have been in the finals since you were 6. You've been doing this a long time with Hannah. How many times have you been to Madison Square Garden to see the Knicks play? When's the last time you were at the Garden?
I was at the Garden in December. So I usually get, I think Ross knows, I get like 4 to 5 weekends a year free to just like, I have help lined up for Hannah. I can go do stuff. And, usually one of those is a buddy's wedding or something. Like usually got a buddy getting married every year at some point in time. Outside of that, I have 2 of my best friends that live in New York. I typically go to New York. I'm guessing I didn't share this last time. I was 0-10 at Madison Square Garden before I finally saw a win, which was like 4 years ago. Like my first Knicks game at the Garden was my junior year of college. When I was younger, I had gone to Knicks games at the United Center and when they played Milwaukee at like the Bradley Center, in Target Center a couple times. But I had never been to the Garden until college. But I was 0-10 before I finally saw them win a game at MSG, which is I started to feel like I was a bad omen. And that
the Knicks just sucked during that time period. I mean, let's be honest, the Knicks sucked during a good portion of that.
Travis, that's what started to sink into me. I was realizing I was going to games during seasons where they were well below 500, and the most fun day of the year during those seasons for Knicks fans was NBA draft lottery night, where you're crossing your fingers for ping pong balls.
Hope,
yeah.
Hope was your favorite night.
Yes, yeah.
So, all right, I'm trying to rack through my brain. Then, who were I know it was because of your uncle sending you gear, but who were your favorite players as a kid with the Knicks? Because you missed the Patrick Ewing years.
Yep.
You're too, you're not quite Kristaps Porzingis Knicks guy. Who were your favorite? Who would it have been, Travis, during that time?
Trying to remember any.
You're missing an obvious one.
Carmelo Anthony?
Yeah, I was middle school going into high school during the Knicks tape era is what it was called. And that was Melo, Amon Shumpert, J.R. Smith, Amari Stoudemire, even though, he was banged up a lot. But, and you guys know as sports fans, even if you can call back.
Don't assume that. Don't assume that we know.
But when you're at that age of grade school to middle school to high school is kind of when you start, at least for me, you get more into it, more familiar. And so I had a little, 3-4 year window where the Knicks made the playoffs a couple of times, didn't really make a huge dent, won a series here or there. But Carmelo Anthony was the one where I really, really started to fall in love with the Knicks. And then, after that, it was 7-8 more years of just disaster, them sucking. Most of my buddies growing up were Bulls fans. And so, they had the huge gap between the Jordan Pippen years, but they had that nice little run with Derrick Rose, Joakim Noah, Luol Deng, and those guys. And I'm sitting over there watching the Knicks have a couple of 17-win seasons. It's like, oh, okay. But yeah, these last few years have been incredible.
People want to know, you're not a Mets fan, though, are you?
I am not. No. My uncle never sent me like Mets, Jets, Giants. None. It was Knicks. Always Knicks stuff. No.
So, what is your? And I felt bad when we had you on last week because we didn't like do any sort of prognosis at all. We didn't at all say what do you think is going to happen. How do you think these first couple games are going to go in New York? Now I've got another reason to root for what happens in Cleveland. But what do you think happens? I know you said that you don't anticipate a sweep here. Win 1 or 2 there, get through this series. What do you think the chances are here in the next couple weeks?
You would imagine, right, in a best of 7 with a team that is as good as Cleveland, you're going to get their best swing in Game 3 because the difference between being down 3-0 compared to 2-1 is like monumental. I never want to predict like a Knicks loss, but I would just say I would highly anticipate getting the Cavaliers' best shot. And if you look at their splits, they've been amazing at home this postseason and just terrible on the road up until they took Game 7 from Detroit. Their first round series with Toronto, the home team won every matchup. It was just back and forth. So again, that's why I would be stunned if they swept the Cavaliers. But I mean, they're on. I never expected the Knicks to ever in my life win 9 playoff games in a row during the same postseason. And I don't know if you guys are like, some of the numbers are crazy. That closeout game in Atlanta, they went on a 63-8 run. Like, teams aren't doing that. A 63-8 run. Game 1 against Cleveland, you're down 22 with 7:48 left, and you finish the game in overtime on a 44-11 run. Like, teams just aren't doing that in the postseason, which is why, like, I do feel this Knicks team is different now. You know, if you get by Cleveland and you have to run into OKC or San Antonio, it's a different monster. Yeah. You kind of cross that bridge when you get there. But this team just feels different than past iterations from the last few years when Tom Thibodeau was at the controls.
So if you do go to Game 5, and don't be offended by this question, because
I think I know what you're going to ask.
Hannah's getting used to these games getting called. Does the caretaker have to be a play-by-play announcer to come in and say, you've got to call the game? You've got to call the game.
That'd be asking. I'd probably have to chip in a hefty bonus tip if they did that. But she'll definitely, she'll be watching the game in the living room and not in my office where we typically set up. I actually thought you were going to ask me something else. My brother-in-law, I didn't even think about this either, you guys, but my brother-in-law texted me a couple days ago, and he said, is any part of you going to be uncomfortably itchy if the Knicks are up 3-1 and that's the closeout game to go to the finals and you won't be with Hannah doing a video? And I said, now that you planted that seed in my mind, it's kind of bugging me a little bit. But again, he's like, well, now I didn't want to do that. He's like, dude, you can't say no to an invite from Mike Breen to be his guest at Game 5. But the fact that could be a game to clinch a spot in the finals for the first time since 99, and I won't. Hannah and I just did 75 out of the 82 regular season games and every postseason game. It's a little, I guess, it makes me a little antsy knowing that could be the situation.
No, your follow-up to your brother-in-law should have been, no, because I'm going to be there with her when we win the title.
Yeah,
that's right. That's the follow-up, man.
There you go. Not as quick-witted as you sometimes, Travis.
You give my wit way too much credit, Mitch. You really do. So now I'm going to be selfish here because I'm selfish. So if they're and now I'm hoping for a Game 5.
I am too.
Make sure to bring your laptop because the morning after that game we'd love to have you on to give us a breakdown of what it was like inside the Garden. I mean, it's all about.
And it'll be
content.
an hour later. It'll be an hour later
you'll
too.
Get an extra hour sleep.
We're gonna let you sleep in.
I'll tell you this though, if it plays out in a manner where the Knicks are up 3-1 going into Game 5 and they were to win that game in clinch, I'm not some huge partier, but it's going to be a late night. It's going to be a late night in New York City. You might catch me the next day on your guys' show having not gone to sleep yet.
You can do it from your phone.
What would be better
through the streets, walking home?
What would be better would be hey, Mitch, where you at? I have no idea. I have no clue.
Just riding the subway around in loops.
Right. Asleep somewhere.
Is that scene from Risky Business where he's just in the train, going, I'm going to get off somewhere.
Never know.
Oh man,
Mitch, when you were at the radio station, did you work with Josh Martinez?
No, I did
Oh,
not.
okay, all right. Because Josh is in. I mean, he's a Brooklyn guy who's living in New York now. A huge Knicks fan. I didn't know if you two had ever paired up. I thought I'd make sure you guys hooked up, but
Yeah,
no worries. Okay, all right.
Didn't cross paths. You brought up Brooklyn, though. I'll throw in one more thing. I cannot count how many DMs on Hannah's TikTok and Instagram and comments on the videos, but mostly the DMs. People will message and be like, I've been a Brooklyn, New Jersey Nets fan for 3 decades. I never thought I'd say I hope the Knicks win, but watching your sister smile, I hope the Knicks win. And Celtics fans, never thought I'd see the day. Boston Celtics fans, this one guy messaged me a couple days ago, or a few days ago, and I didn't see it till a couple days ago, and he said, I feel like I need to wash my mouth out with soap for ever saying this, and my dad would be kicking me in the behind. And he said, but I'm pulling for the Knicks to win it all because of you two.
You're a uniter, Mitch. You're a uniter.
Hannah, people see that smile from Hannah and they're like,
yes,
damn, like, all right, I guess I'm in on the Knicks.
I've never rooted for the Knicks to win in my life, and then I watched Game 1.
That's awesome.
I've never rooted for a New York team ever. Ever.
You're a Yankees fan.
Oh, that's true. I forgot they're in New York.
What?
they're just the Yankees to me. They're just the Yankees to me. Sorry.
I get what you're saying, though. It's the big market. It's like usually LA, Miami, New York. If you're not a fan of those teams, it's really easy to hate those teams. But yeah, seeing a bunch of Celtics fans and Nets fans show up in the comments and DMs and say that. I'm still waiting for one Miami Heat fan to step up and say that, but that hasn't happened yet.
Well, with there's some injury stuff going on in the West too, so the odds of winning a title might be up with what's going on with OKC and San Antonio.
So if you just go by the odds, Travis, at the start, right before Game 1 of the ECF and the Western Conference Finals, Knicks were plus 650 to win it all. Now, obviously, they have the 2-0 lead, but also that series, San Antonio and OKC with the injuries, and that it could go, or probably will go 6 or 7. I actually looked last night just to see, and the Knicks are plus 330 to win it all. Like, the odds significantly dropped. A lot of that's obviously because they're up 2-0.
Well,
but
yeah,
it's also playing into the, like, is Jalen Williams going to return it all for OKC? Because that's now same hamstring injury in the last month twice popping up. And then De'Aaron Fox hasn't played yet for the Spurs in the conference finals. And Dylan Harper, his backup, left the game and didn't return last time around. Meanwhile, I'm not even going to say it, but the Knicks have been granted the good fortune of having, you know what I'm going to say, like good health. So I'm going to knock on wood and hope it stays the same.
All right, Mitch. We appreciate you taking the time.
Game 3 is Saturday?
Every other day, yeah. Saturday, Monday,
okay.
Wednesday, Friday. Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll talk to you. Let's say I don't think we're gonna do a show on Memorial Day, unless Ross wants to. I mean, I can. And then so we'll catch up sometime. We'll just keep stay in contact and sometime for sure after Game 5, because I want there to be a Game 5, and I want hungover Mitch from somewhere in New York. That's what I want.
All right. Oh, let's make it happen.
All right. Sounds
Appreciate
good, buddy. Have a good Memorial Day weekend. We appreciate it.
You guys too. Thank you.
Yep.
Hey, bud. Talk to you soon.
See ya. Mitch Widmeyer joining us on the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive. Good stuff. Just good stuff.
Go Knicks.
I wish I could talk as eloquently about the NBA as he could, because I can't. I love to hear he's deep into it. I love it. And the story that goes with it. I think everybody on here is a Knicks fan now.
I'm telling you, I've never once rooted for. I hated the Knicks. They're probably my least favorite NBA team. They probably were. I'm not kidding you. I didn't like Patrick Ewing. Didn't like John Stark.
Charles Oakley, wasn't he part of it?
These guys they were all jerks.
Yeah.
Jerks, I tell you. Latrell Sprewell, who likes the guy that chokes his coach. And then I'm watching Game 1 the other night. I'm like, come on, Knicks. Do it for Hannah.
Yes. That's cool that he gets to go out to the game if they play Game 5. That is
freaking awesome.
Yeah.
I'm with you, though. There's a part of me. There's a part of me, and I know the logistics of it just don't work, and you don't just get to snap your fingers, and you certainly shouldn't be begging and choosing. But, man, if he could go to the finals.
Yeah, it'd be like, even if he gets to go to Game 5 and they turn around and go, hey, do you want to go to You want to come back out for the finals? Yeah. But that's awesome. That is totally awesome.
Glad he joined us again today.
Real quickly, the Iowa baseball team was eliminated from the Big Ten baseball tournament yesterday, Ross. They losing to Purdue 8-1. They're going to look back at that game against Michigan State and that throwing error. It's good. That's one of those things. When we talk to coaches, they rarely remember all the good stuff. They'll remember all the bad. If you talk to Kirk Ferentz, he could probably go to 1999 or 2000 and give you a play in a game, time, everything. Just something didn't go right. Or even when they were better, because those were really bad years. But you go to a good year where they were just an inch away from winning what would have been maybe a top 25 matchup or something.
I'll speak for him. He'll be on with us in 10 minutes here. Tyler Kluver was a part of how many awesome, amazing, fantastic memories? If you said, what's the football memory that you remember the most? I bet you he's going to remember something from the Big Ten championship or the Rose Bowl. And go, we worked on this thing, and then this thing happened.
Rick Heller's going to look back at this season. And there's a lot of ups and downs. They got destroyed out at USC, but you're in the Big Ten tournament. You're close to advancing that single. You got 2 outs and a fundamental error cost you. And then a team you just swept, Purdue, beat you 8-1. Should we expect Iowa to be an NCAA tournament team in baseball all the time? Or do we have the built-in excuse of you're a Northern school, it's just not good? I mean, Northern schools get in.
The built-in excuse of what is the built-in excuse?
Iowa football for years used, it's Iowa City. You can't recruit here.
Iowa State did the same. I mean, come on. We're talking about Ames, Iowa.
Yeah.
Why is it, Travis? Why was instantly when you asked if Iowa should be a College World Series baseball team? I go, no.
I'm not saying in the College World Series. I'm saying the NCAA tournament.
But why not?
That's fair.
Why not all of it? Why not all of it? Why? What is the built-in excuse? Well, too far north. Other teams up north win.
Hell, I've seen Michigan play in the College World Series. I've seen Indiana play in the College World Series. I've seen plenty of Northern schools play in the College World Series.
What is it then? And I'm genuinely asking. Facilities aren't like world class.
Well, Tyler asked, is Iowa going to have baseball in 5 years? Yes, they are now starting a major renovation at Dwayne Banks Field. A major renovation. They're investing in it. I think a number of things, Ross, and you can use. The Northern excuse comes into play when you talk about recruiting. Iowa's only going to have so much baseball talent, right? It's going to be hard to go to Texas, California, Florida to convince somebody to come up here and play baseball when the premier stuff is in the SEC. I mean, that's just
very hard. You're right.
Yeah,
it's a built-in disadvantage.
Yes. Iowa ends this season 33-23. The Big Ten tournament continues today in Omaha, but Iowa is on its way home.
This is great. Did you see this?
What?
I got to meet Tyler's grandpa. He said his only issue is he uses the F word too much.
He had to learn it from somewhere. I learned it from you, Gramps.
I don't think you learned it from Jerry.
Folks, do you like to do it yourself, or would you prefer a pro install? Well, Iowa Floor Covering has the flooring, materials, and know-how you need. From LVP to tile and carpet, head to iowafloorcovering.com and get started today on your next flooring project. And again, they can help you with the DIY, or they can have it professionally installed for you. That's iowafloorcovering.com. Tyler Kluver joining us next on the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
Game on, keep your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you my dream job is no job millionaire. A front row tickets to every show millionaire. A hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
What's going on, everybody? It's Bobby here at Land Rover in Des Moines. I want to let you know that we've got a great selection right now. We have amazing financing as low as 0.9% financing at 62 months. There's loyalty for up to $4,000. There is conquest up to $4,000 in select models. I will tell you, now is the time. We've got the cars and we've got the programs. So stop on down or give us a call, click, or visit us at LandRoverDesMoines.com. You'll be glad you did.
Fresh, wild walleyes. This summer, point your compass north to Ballard's Resort on Lake of the Woods. Ballard's Lake of the Woods long-standing family resort offers a pole-in-hand guided fishing experience along with all-inclusive packages that include lodging and meals. Chase 10-pound trophies with the walleye capital of the world's most established fleet. Your adventure for fresh, wild walleyes awaits at Ballard's Resort. Set the hook at ballardsresort.com.
Hi, it's Noel. At Fiskus Jewelers, we're honored by the fact that our customers continue to come back on purpose, and that trust means everything to us. For years, we've been privileged to be a part of life's most meaningful moments, and we never take that responsibility lightly. We proudly offer the largest inventory in Ankeny, cutting-edge custom designs, including free CAD drawings, and a team that takes the time to get it right. Thank you for choosing us year after year. Fiskus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
Hi, I'm Tom, owner of Central City Liquors. Our customers love us because we offer a large selection at an affordable price. And to keep costs low for you, we don't splurge on fancy promotions and expensive equipment. This commercial is being shot on a phone taped to a stick. Anyway, we are proud to announce our new rewards program that allows customers to save more the more they buy. So don't spend more to pay for fancy commercials. Save at Central City, where we know what's important. I told you we should have used duct tape.
Did you know that over time your engine builds up carbon deposits on its valves, which can lead to poor performance, fuel economy, and even bigger issues down the road? With summer on its way and road trips abound, the last thing you want is a major repair. For the month of May, Willis Chevy is offering 15% off our GDI fuel service to clean out that carbon and get your engine running smooth. Don't let poor maintenance keep your family on the side of the road this summer. Visit us online at willischevy.com to schedule your appointment today.
Back like a rash you thought was gone. Travis and Ross aren't contagious, but they are addictive. It's the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.
If you're looking for a mortgage for the home you're about to buy or even build, Gary Presnall is the man to call because he's been financing residential homes the past 25 years. Gary offers VA, FHA, IFA first-time buyer loans and conventional and new construction loans with all approvals done locally by Northwest Bank. Gary can get your loan pre-approved in 30 minutes, and it can happen after hours and even on the weekends. He's been Iowa's top-producing mortgage banker the past 8 years. Give him a call at 515-975-6767. Welcome back to the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive. I'm Travis Justice. He's Ross Peterson. That means it's Friday. We bring in the man, the myth, the legend, the lawn care man, Tyler Kluber, who learned yesterday that Ross Peterson is never going to be allowed to join his mowing crew.
Shut up. Why you guys got to pick on me? Are you guys going to be so mean and what's that look for? What's that look for?
I could see it in my head, the way you were describing it. And, can't all be a lawn care professional. You know?
We can't all be a lawn care professional.
Yeah.
Have you ever done that?
You were like lifting it up and getting it. Yeah. To where you open face the bottom of the blade. And yeah. I used to do that all the time. So the house I grew up in Marshalltown sort of a weird front yard. There was a massive tree in the front yard that sat on this hill, and there was roots that were. I would lift it up all the time and just, when you're 14 years old and your dad wants you to mow the lawn, you're like,
I don't give a
all right,
shit about any of
I'll
it.
just get it done how I want to get it done. And yeah, I would open up that blade and like just hammer it down on stuff. Like, hey, it's invincible,
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
But now that you have,
turns out
especially against a fire hydrant.
Yeah. Now that you own those expensive machines, I bet at Kluver Lawn Care that the goal is to stay probably 6 inches to a foot away from said hazard, and you come in with a weed eater and you even it out there. Do I fit the professional lawn care service mold by knowing that?
Yes, that is generally how it's done. Anything close to the edge, you're just going to take care of with the weed whacker.
I go over the edge, baby. It's what I do.
Yeah.
I live life close to the edge, sometimes over it.
Yep.
And
now you're calling Iowa Mobotics.
Yeah, right. All right. I mean, again, my yard's so small, and I don't mind doing it. And I've got a 16-year-old son. You know what I mean?
That's the answer right there.
I'm debating right now, though, between going back to the gas mower and doing the electric one. I saw one at Costco the other day. I'm like, I could just get the electric.
Well, you got the Ego, right?
Yeah, we have an Ego for our push mower. It's great.
Love it. Okay.
And all our tools are Ego as well. It's a great brand.
Earth-friendly Kluver Lawn Care.
Yeah, that's me. You know me. Just a caring guy. Just love the environment and care about all those issues.
I don't know if you were listening before we came on, but we were talking about the Michigan State-Iowa baseball game where the throwing error is going to haunt that team for some time. And Ross brought up a good point. Every time we talk to coaches, they don't really bring up great plays, but they remember the bad ones, almost the exact time of clock, situation, everything. As a player, you were part of some heartbreaking losses at Iowa. Is there one that sticks out that the exact time, situation, and that if something would have went different, it would have changed the whole thing?
Oh yeah, the Big Ten championship was.
Told you.
About the worst example of that is that you could.
It's like
other losses. I mean, losses that stick out, I guess, would be. I mean, the Nebraska loss in 2014 altered the direction of our program, really internally. Certainly from a special teams standpoint. The entire success of special teams over the past decade, a little over a decade now, Coach Woods having an assistant head coaching job, associate head coach role now at Michigan State, all of that, a lot of down the line things happened because we blew the game on 2 punts in the Nebraska game in 2014. Melvin Gordon running for like 4,000 yards. Seriously, he ran for I don't know.
I told Travis a couple of those would be on there. Yeah.
Purdue, after we beat Ohio State my senior year, Purdue senior day the next week was like, Jesus, what is going on?
Let me guess, they threw deep.
We were beat up bad at DB, and we had to throw in some young DBs that just weren't ready. I mean,
who was the receiver that went crazy? I don't remember which one it was.
David Bell.
David Bell.
Yeah, I mean, they had a couple, but like I don't know, they might have been able to pull me from across the field and put me at receiver for Purdue, and I think I could have potentially had success on our DBs that day. It was just one of those situations where like, hey, we ain't got nobody else. You got to.
Serious question here. Do you feel that good? Did you feel that going into the game? I mean, are you coming out? You're confident, or is there a shadow of doubt going? Oh, we're beat up. This could be a long day.
Yeah, it's hard to remember because I didn't sit in the offensive defensive meetings, but I always had like a decent.
You can feel the vibe.
Yeah, I always had a decent gauge on how the concerns that we had on both sides of the ball. And I do remember there being like And I lived with Kevin, my co-host on the show, Kevin Ward, who was a captain for us our senior year, played on all special teams, was a linebacker, started as a DB. And so I got the vibe from him too. And I think I remember there being a hushed concern of like, we better, this could go either way. And it went the way that we did not want it to go that day. Yeah, there's a couple of those. You always remember, you remember the reason people remember the bad stuff. I mean, this happens in life too. This isn't just sports, is because it's sort of like a genetic, ancestral like way of, it's like how you survive, right? Like as humans, you don't remember like when you found the berries in the patch, like a half mile away from your village. You remember when the tiger came.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Right.
It's fair.
Because and then you figure out how to deal with that. So it's a survival
caveman days.
So I mean, coaches, players, they remember the bad stuff because that's what you have to fix to then win.
I like to keep a pretty level head. I don't react emotionally a lot of times. You're going to laugh at that because you've been listening to Sound Off long enough and Black and Gold Rush. Look at Travis. But this one, October 23rd, 2010, the Wisconsin fake punt. I reacted bad to that.
I was only 16, but I remember it. I remember, in fact, I think I was working my first ever like actual job. I was a referee at the Marshalltown Football League on Saturdays. You'd ref like 3 games of like the fourth and fifth grade flag games or whatever. And the game, they'd always have the game on in the concession stand, and you'd like walk over there in between and like check the score. Or like maybe even my brother was playing or something, and or people would be talking about it in the stands. I remember that one, and then going and seeing the highlight on like ESPN or whatever after midday recap, and you're like, oh God, that's not good. At least I wasn't a part of that one, but I was a part. I mean, I was arguably part of some worse ones, but yeah, tough.
Right there. As Hawkeye fans, you remember the bad ones. That's for sure.
That's every fan base though.
You're human beings. You nailed it. It's a human nature thing.
There's no winning that. Like if you think like, oh, I should be a fan of a team that doesn't put me through this misery. You're not gonna find.
Good luck. Right. Good luck. And that would suck, by the way, too. That would suck too. To win all the time. Did you guys see the Travis? I meant to send you the Oz Perlman thing. Have you seen the doctor? You know who Oz Perlman is?
Not Dr. Oz.
Not Dr. Oz. And I'm not even sure it's Oz. I always thought it was Oz Perlman. I guess it's O's.
It's O's. Yeah.
I didn't know this either until just recently. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, Travis?
I think I know, but
he's
keep filling me in.
He's the mentalist.
Oh, the mentalist.
Guy.
Okay.
It goes in and predicts people, has them write stuff down, and then you know it's like I think you wrote down tulip, and they turn around and it says tulip, and everybody in the room freaks out.
It's usually they know your social security number, or they know your bank ATM.
Got like Joe Rogan's ATM pin code from him or something like that. He does some really cool. Have you seen the latest story of this with the Bussin' with the Boys? Kluver, you look like you kind of nodded your head. You saw this story?
I didn't read into it fully. I saw the clip and the Pablo Torre stuff, but from what I gathered, it was like there wasn't a whole lot of groundbreaking stuff. Like I'm still impressed with what he does.
I'm impressed. Listen, it's a magic trick. If you thought that the guy was really reading the future or something like that, that's on you. I think magic is one of those things. Like it's kind of like WWF. You know it's fake. You can suspend the reality and let it go. Oh, cool. That was neat. That was neat what he just did. I don't know how he did it, but he did it.
WWE is more than neat. WWE is awesome.
So what happened with O's and Bussin' with the Boys?
O's is on with Bussin' with the Boys, and he's like, think of any player in the league, any player, and I'll come up with who it is. Okay. And is it Will Compton? I think it's Will Compton.
Will
He's like,
Compton.
okay, I got a guy, and O's is like, okay, I'm going to read your mind, and he's got his eyebrow up, and he's doing his thing, and he's asking the questions. Then pretty soon he's like, all right, I know who you're thinking of. He plays for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Will Compton's like, he does? He's like, yeah. You're thinking of Bryce Hall, cornerback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And he's like, no, I was thinking of Breece Hall. But wow, that's really close. Like you came up with Bryce Hall, and I was thinking of Breece Hall. And then Will Compton kind of screws up and says something. Well, it says, thinking out loud, he's like, man, that's funny. Because when I typed it into my search engine earlier, I misspelled it. So Pablo Torre finds out, had an episode the other day, and they say, hey, here's the deal. Here's what's going on. He basically like does some sort of fake search engine on their phone, Travis. So when Will Compton accidentally typed in Bryce Hall instead of Breece Hall, it's Dr. O or not Dr. O's, the mentalist, saw the misspelling, and so somehow is like monitoring their phones.
Yeah, I'm still like this is maybe more impressive to me then. Like,
right.
Yeah, that's magic to me. How did you just hack into my phone?
That plus the fact that it's not 100. Like, yes, the whole idea that people knew before the Torre story was like that he somehow in their interactions before they get the clips of him doing this stuff, like the way he talks to them, the way he plants that in their head.
Yeah.
I don't care how he does it.
Yeah.
They still have to then say that when the time comes. And he, like, I don't know. I don't care. It's still very, very impressive.
They explain on Pablo Torre finds out that the trick allegedly depended on a fake Google search page shown to Compton before filming. According to Baskin, Perlman disguised the setup by asking Compton to search for stats on the player he was thinking about. The page looked authentic, but secretly transmitted Compton's keystrokes to Perlman's device in real time. The beautiful irony that unfolds here, Baskin said, quote, is that the name that Will Compton put into his Google search, he misspells it. Compton accidentally typed Bryce Hall before correcting it to Breece Hall. Perlman reportedly saw the incorrect entry first and built the performance around the wrong answer.
Wow. So you don't see the lead up like when he does the ATM numbers and all that stuff. Okay.
Yeah. I'm with Kluver. It still is fascinating to me. It's still very cool.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, there's nothing. This is like same thing. Like you said it, a magician. We know magic's not real, but
Right.
like
They
somehow pull it off.
Yeah.
And so the way that I don't care how they pull it off. The fact that they pull it off is the entertainment.
I think the most annoying part of David Blaine is his presentation. I think some of the stuff David Blaine does is so cool. But then when he starts talking like this and pretending that he's mystical, get the fuck out of here.
You could have a residency in Vegas. You
Just put your hand through the glass and pull the paper out. That's all I want to see. I just want to.
David Blaine is awesome. I used to watch all of those YouTube videos and TV shows. God, I love that stuff.
Are you old enough to remember David Copperfield?
I mean, I know the name. I've seen
From the
a little
Epstein
bit of it.
Files?
Yeah,
Isn't
sure.
his residency ending
all
in
over the
like
Epstein
Vegas? I think he's like doing the farewell residency in Vegas.
Is he in the Epstein files? But probably just because they hired him to come perform for.
No.
events
He and
or-
Epstein were like boys, and then there's some creepy stuff that like.
And then Jeff called him up in 2018, and he's like, "Hey, David, I need you to make this island disappear."
There's some weird stuff in there. I'll just say that they were boys.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hey, let's talk money for a little bit.
Hey, David Copperfield, how quickly can you make human remains not be found?
And I don't know how this works, but I don't know if you guys saw there's a potential basketball tournament coming up. And it's called what's it called? The Diamond Cup. And so they're going to this is in negotiations. Duke was part of this until they backed out because they got the Amazon deal. But it's Arizona, UConn, Gonzaga, Kansas, Kentucky, Indiana, Michigan, and Kentucky. Starting in 2027, this hasn't been signed yet, but they're going to play like either a round-robin tournament or they'll do it over a month to where they'll play on neutral sites, and each team will get $2.5 million in year one. In year 3, each team will get like $3.3 million.
I'm trying to get an Amazon deal.
And the reason they're going to play neutral site is conferences have control over home site games.
Yeah.
Do you find the possibility? And I'm not a stickler for the rules. I should have looked this up, but I just started thinking about it. Would football, if it plays a neutral site game, are you able to keep all that money? Do you see if basketball is going to do it from a neutral site? Hey, we're going to keep the money as an individual school. Do you see football going, well, maybe one game a year we do a neutral site game, non-conference? Do Iowa and Iowa State go, yeah, we're not going to play at Kinnick or Jack Trice. We're going to go to Arrowhead, and we're going to call it the Iowa Corn Steinhawk Series, and we're going to keep the money behind it.
But my question would be, would Iowa not make more money having a home game at Kinnick than playing some non-con team?
Splitting the revenue. If Jamie Pollard and Beth Getz got together and said we could split the revenue 50-50, we don't have to get either one of the television networks involved. We could.
But you can sell the television rights, but we
get to sell it.
Yeah.
And then we get to split that 50-50.
Because, Duke has its own Amazon deal where they're going to have 3. Because Duke was part of this. And then Gonzaga and Kentucky just earlier this week canceled their home-and-home series, which was going to be neutral site, I believe, to probably get into this thing. And I'm like, because you're not making $2.5 million off a home basketball game, right? Football, you probably make, what,
not a basketball game, but a football game. Football game, I'd be interested to see the financials on both sides, because not just like what you make directly, but the economic impact of a Saturday football game in Iowa City is pretty large.
All I know is that any way they can drive revenue, they're going to find a way to do it.
I'm too dumb to figure that shit out.
I don't. The smart dudes. You're
asking questions of like there's a lot of factors there, and I'm too dumb.
Yeah. Well, too many commas in that question.
The CEO or the guy who runs the College Sports Commission came out yesterday and said, "Hey, we enforce the rules. We didn't write them, and we're enforcing them more than people think. If you want different rules, rewrite them, and we'll enforce them." He does say that they've cleared 26,000 NIL deals for $242.3 million over the past 11 months. The ones that you hear that are going badly, according to him,
are the Nebraska ones.
The Nebraska ones, which was held up, by the way, even though they still said pay the guys, but they held up because it was going through Playfly Sports, are the ones where they say, hey, we want more information. And the colleges aren't giving more information because lawyers are saying, well, if you sign this, you take away the ability to litigate. So if we want to sue, you can't sign this. So that's what's holding it up. It is.
You're saying big words again.
And the big concern is over guaranteed third market deals, meaning you're going out to somebody, hey, we can guarantee you a deal. Well, how can you guarantee that? Well, I found out. I have a friend that contributes to an NIL, and they're going to stop because it was like a $13,000 investment for 1 year, and they got like a player to represent they were assigned a player to represent their business, right? And the kid shows up to shoot a commercial, and he's on crutches. And they're like, we didn't know you were injured. You're not even going to play.
They sent fucking Gimpy over to do
to
do the commercial.
And they're like, what's going on here? Oh, you didn't know I was hurt? No, we didn't know you were hurt. Are you going to play? Probably not.
Send the... Why is that is the exact response that someone would have had. Can you imagine if I would have been assigned to some company and I showed up for a commercial and they're like, wait, no, we wanted we wanted one of the football players.
I have felt that pain.
You're a 5'10" white guy. What are you doing here? Like,
Dude,
yeah, I'm a long snapper. Let's do a commercial.
I've played in the Catch Des Moines celebrity golf outing, and people sign up and they're thinking they're going to golf with Chuck Long. And here comes me.
Yeah. Oh, I did a couple golf outing before we had the two kids. I did a couple. I did one at Wakanda. Was it the Polk County Club event, maybe?
Yeah.
And like they got Greg Bruner and like some of my heroes are there,
Right, real guys that you'd want to play golf with.
And then they're announcing the celebrities, and then they get to me and they're like, and I'm like, son of a bitch,
right?
I'm like, I feel some sorry fucking group of four is gonna get Tyler Kluver, the former long snapper who talks on a microphone, and they're like,
and can't golf. By the way,
it's horrible. I'm horrible.
Were you fun? The key is to be fun. If you were fun, that's what they're going to remember.
No, I'm fucking boring too. I'm boring. I am saying the F word a lot too. Jerry would be upset today.
Grandpa's upset.
That's okay. I say the F word a lot. It's my outlet because I don't cuss in front of my kids. So.
Hey, I did see that you have a big episode coming up, and you're looking to land a big heavy hitter.
We might have one too, actually.
Do you really? I like the look in the eye.
KF?
No, I've always told people KF is like that's the sign off episode. Like when we get KF, there's no more from there. That we're done. That's the the red button self-destruct. Like, hey, we got KF, final episode.
Parents are gonna hear that and realize, I can end this whole fucking story.
Yeah. Holy shit, I could get Kluve to stop talking if I just go on his stupid fucking podcast. All right. I got some time this summer.
I could hear him say that too.
We might have one for 7,000 or 7,700.
Okay.
I'll be dead before 7,000. 700 is a big one. It's a little bit nuanced there because we've done like over 1,000 episodes of stuff, but like in the main numbered series of podcasts that we do, we are coming up on 700. So we try to, we've had like for the big ones, we've had Greenway, Kittle, Stanzi, Drew Tate. I think Kading was 600. And there was one more. So we try to reserve those big 100 mark episodes for like
big names.
Yeah.
Guys that were good. Really good.
796 was me, the all-time least listened to Washed Up Walk-Ons podcast.
And you've got
within the 10, Travis, I meant to tell you this. I was going to text you. Within even just the last 10, you were like 7th. Out of the last 10 episodes that we had done, you beat 3 of the 10 episodes.
There you go.
All right. Hey,
you were more listened to than Searles.
Wow.
How does that make you feel?
Makes me feel good.
Ashton Kutcher. Would love to get him. He might be.
Wow, look at that.
That guy needs to empty his pockets a little bit. Okay.
Needs to pull Mark Cuban.
He is Iowa's Mark Cuban.
From a fame standpoint, maybe, but not money standpoint.
No. Go check out Ashton Kutcher's recent.
Oh, really? He has been investment quite a bit. So, all right, buddy, we got to let you go. Have a good Memorial Day. We'll see you next Friday.
Yeah.
See ya.
Have a great long weekend, everybody.
So, and just keep a reminder, sometimes the key to feeling better is just being seen for what you need. If you are having problems with testosterone or aging, go to Urology Center of Iowa. Schedule an appointment today with UCI, IowaURO.com. Everybody have a great weekend. We'll be back on Tuesday. We're going to take Memorial Day off. It is the Rush Radio Show powered by Willis Automotive.
Start spreading the news, cause it's time to buy booze, and there's only one place to be. You can see all your friends, the good times never end, unless you're just loitering. It's Central City, we can make your dreams come true. No guarantee your dreams will come true. Central City, all this booze is waiting for you. Look at all this booze.
Hi, Noel from Fiscus Jewelers. Thinking about popping the question? Take their breath away with a diamond you can trust. Rare and forever natural diamonds. Thoughtfully selected and pre-screened using advanced technology. If you don't see exactly what you're looking for, we'll custom design it together. Our experienced team is here to help you create something truly meaningful. And let's not forget about the guys. We proudly offer the largest selection of men's wedding bands around. Fiscus Jewelers, your jeweler for life.
This is Josh Romick, Service Manager at Willis Lexus. Over time, carbon and deposits build up in your fuel system, clogging injectors and reducing performance. A fuel system service cleans out all that buildup. That's why we're offering our summer travel special with 15% discount on all fuel system services. If you want your vehicle to drive like it did when it was new and prevent problems before they start, a fuel system service is a preventative step. Give us a call to schedule or visit us online at willislexus.com.
With the Iowa Lottery's new Millionaire for Life game, you could win $1 million a year for life. That could make you a My Dream Job is No Job millionaire, a front row tickets to every show millionaire, a hire a personal glam squad for you and your bestie millionaire.
Yep, a little further.
Or just to never run out of your favorite pickles millionaire. With Millionaire for Life from the Iowa Lottery,
And these.
you can change your life for life. Play today.
Your edge with Body Armor Sports Drink. Bold flavors, electrolytes, and hydration that goes the distance. Grab Body Armor before the grind, during the game, and after the win. Body Armor Sports Drink. Hydration that's real and better for you. Pick up Body Armor Sports Drink on your next grocery store run or convenience store trip.
Back to the rush. Strong opinions, weak filters, and just enough sense to stay on the air. It's the Rush Radio Show, powered by Willis Automotive.